Since I can read the future, how does it feel to lose to Cloud9 tomorrow?
No way we will lose. But, you know it's Cloud9, second team.
I can predict the future.
You didn't know.
Sorry, go ahead, Sasha.
That's true. He doesn't know. Nesh is the guy to watch here as well. See if he can get a couple of crucial picks. Cloud9 playing the triple tank, have moved all the way up to the left-hand side. Running something interesting, trying to deny a lot of sightlines here for Nesh, and making sure that they have a ton of shield and peel for him as well. Yeah.
All right, so we're just getting settled on the couch here.
Making sure that they've got people up top, denying any position from Nesh. Maybe once they get a couple of ultimates charged, they'll be able to engage. They're going to have to drop down at some point, and now they've taken position on the point. Again, playing behind this shield, Nesh going to be frustrated that he's not able to pick people off. Oh, ChrisTFer in the back gets slept as well.
Sorry, I'm distracted by baguettes here on the couch.
By 2 big baguettes.
Do you like baguettes, Jason?
So we're taking that microphone away from you guys, and we're going to go back to the game here, because you know what? Nesh has just not been able to accomplish too much here. On the Widowmaker, though he is on the defending side, he's been able to actually switch positions against them, and they funneled them here into this tight room.
Yeah, the positioning has been masterfully done. Look at that from Fischer as well. A 3K picks up both of the supports towards the end. And it's still a pretty back and forth fight. They've managed to get enough picks, I think, to be able to stabilize. They had to invest a couple of ultimates there, quite a lot of them. And Nesh has switched back over. He realizes that the triple tank composition, I think, is really not going to allow him any opportunity to get individual picks. And instead, going over to the soldier, he'll be able to participate a bit more in the brawl that happens around the fight. Shaz, used his EMP in that last one.
Yeah, Nox, break it down for us.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
You're supposed to that's the whole point of sitting on the couch and being a caster.
Yeah, okay, casting. So we see Surefour ultimate, Nano Blade.
That's not a
I think they missed a pretty big shadow here,
Nano boost.
to be honest.
Get a third. So yeah, really good fight by Cloud9. They get it.
This is why you're a player, Nox.
Yeah, I'm not a caster.
What do you think, though, Nox, of
I can't cast during the action. I'll let you do that.
What do you think, though, of the Sombra defenses on the first point of Temple of Anubis?
I think it's good, actually. This is the only way you can do a good defense, because most of the supports are really weak on the first point. And in general, in the CP map, supports are weak. Like, it's really easy to pick them off. So,
Did you
yeah.
ever go back to Lucio for the team?
Never.
And have Wins play?
Why? I'm having fun to play Winston, actually. It's good.
Shaz with the EMP here as well. Nesh has switched over to May. Cloud9 have been really good at cracking this kind of composition that uses the EMP when they were playing against Misfits. 5 minutes left for them to do it as well. Still a huge amount of time. ChrisTFer applying pressure in the catacombs.
You might be a top 500 player, Nox, but you're a bronze caster. Thank you, Twitch chat, for that one. Fischer has a pulse bomb ready to go. Shaz as well with the EMP. So they've lost the first point with quite a bit of time to go. And Cloud9, all they have is the ultimate out of xepheR, the self-destruct. So what we saw earlier on with Cloud9, I think what they did against Misfits was, when Misfits was running, when Misfits was running the May and the Sombra, they used a Mercy out of Adam to actually get the res after the EMP was used. Did you really just fall off the couch?
Almost. I'm safe now.
Cloud9 not opting for the
This is a big pick, actually, on the Sombra. They should push out now. Yeah, they're doing it.
Now that
It's a good opportunity now. They can take the point with the Sombra.
No EMP up for them, so they can push in. But Cloud9 finding it difficult to actually advance. Oh, just as he was going for the sound barrier there, tomzeY gets knocked down, taken out. They're going to be able to get a great opportunity back into this one. Nesh forced to use that Blizzard, but where did it go? Did it get eaten by xepheR, perhaps?
It potentially was. I think so, actually. Not to mention, tomzeY 2 times trying to get the sound barrier down, and he's just denied every single time. But the problem is, they still have not been able to get even a third of this point taken.
Hammers was amazing previously when they were trying to stall it out. They played against Movistar Riders. They managed to stall a single fight for about 3 entire minutes. Utterly ridiculous from those guys. Very well-disciplined stall comp, I think, with the May and the D.Va. They're really able to make that work. Cloud9 still having a little bit of difficulty to crack this one. Minute and a half already used from the 5 that they originally had. And they're not going to get a pick like that onto Shaz every single time.
And yeah. I mean, even then, so Nox, if you do get a pick onto a Sombra like that, aren't you worried that she's just going to come back and EMP you anyways when you're grouped up on the point?
You need to do like 2 fast push and try to get more pick as possible. And then when she come back on ulti on your face, you can like survive because they don't have the follow-up. that they could get a 6. So if you get 2 picks, then the Sombra ulti on you, you can still kill the Sombra and stay alive because they don't have follow-up and damage.
Shaz has no intention of being picked here, though. Comes in with the translocator, pumps off the EMP as well. Nesh has got the Blizzard and hitting those icicles as well, doing so much damage. And he's got the Blizzard that he can use at any point. Still, 0% has been capped here for Cloud9. At no point have any of the Hammers guys been in danger of stepping off the point and giving them it. Oh, the freeze as well. They're just going to delay the spawn forever. Walled off.
Oh, man.
Aren't you happy you're not a D.Va player?
Yeah, I really liked that play. Why they kill him? Why he get killed?
Maybe they thought he would have his ultimate up.
They're being merciful, Nox.
No,
They're
should
being
delay, man.
merciful.
All right, well, God's return now with the Dragon Blade ready to go. Surefour switching things over to the Ferret to play from the high ground, especially since they don't have anyone who can directly take him out. But they still don't have the Mercy, though.
Maybe that means that once Adam expends his ultimate, they might move over to that as well if it hasn't worked out for them by the time this sound barrier gets charged and used. Hammers have got so many ultimates to use here, though, and they're getting the MP on almost every fight. Here it comes, though. God's moving in. They haven't had a chance to use the MP just yet. Sound barrier replies, so he's not going to get too much out of the blade. And trading kills there with the self-destruct. Nesh down means that there isn't that much stalling out, and the EMP used when Shaz is only on a tiny sliver of health. Hammers don't really have the follow-up.
You can see KAISER, they're able to chase away Fischer with the help of Surefour. The points finally to get a third of the way through. Now up to almost 50% here. Nox, let me cast! Let me cast! Oh, do it to Sideshow on casting, okay?
Yeah.
He might like it. But Roolf going to be forced back here. Surefour using the barrage towards the high ground. Eventually gets the kill, but he does pay the ultimate price as Fischer takes him down. Hammer with only 3 people alive, but Cloud9 not really able to get the final progress. 80% built up. There's actually no one contesting the point, and they're going to do it! Hammer doesn't get a single man there to hold the point on, and Cloud9 finished with over a minute remaining.
I think this was a problem before for them when they were playing the Anubis defense, that Shaz just holds onto his EMP for a little too long as well.
Yeah, Esports had really bad defense, to be honest, because you can see that it had like 5 to 6 ultimates to 2, and they lost that.
Yeah.
So you can't lose 2 CP like that.
But what should they have done there on the defense then, Hammers, Nox? What was their game plan?
I think we should have switched the Mei. Like, they were playing rain out, so the Mei was good. And then when they switched out the Mei, like they switched out the...
It's so hot.
They switched out the rain outs, and they switched out also for Pharah. They should have switched the Mei for something can hit the buff.
Like what? What would you go for?
I don't know. Anything, like a good hit scan.
Any hit scan that's able to deal with the Pharah, you mean?
Any hit scan. Like the prime was that the Mei did nothing there on this last push. Was not effective.
They managed to get a huge amount of time down, but
man.
a minute and 7 seconds.
God, please.
So much
Unco,
love
you're
here.
so bony. You don't even have a microphone. You're just here to be here.
The entirety
Right,
of
there you go.
Rogue.
You're on
No,
camera
no,
now. All right, Unco. If you're going to be on the couch, you have to commentate play-by-play.
By the way, you speak English with me, you damn French. What are you doing?
Jesus?
Can we cuss in French?
No.
No.
We have official French partner casts.
Oh.
Why are you wearing sunglasses inside? Here, why are you wearing sunglasses
I mean,
inside?
let's focus on come here. I mean, we can see Orisa, right? We are not dreaming it.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be running it, though. The defense coming out from Cloud9, pretty much what they've been running the whole time. No, we cannot change
I'm like,
spots. You brought this on
meat in a
yourself.
French sandwich. Oh.
You brought this on yourself, Jason.
Kind of hot dog, right?
This AKM's not
Middle
here.
of the baguette.
AKM's too scared to be on the couch.
Hammers putting their eggs in the Nesh basket once again, seeing if he can get some early picks.
Your head's on my knee. I'm sorry, Sideshow. I'm just distracted. Go on. You got this.
Be serious, Jason, please.
See if they can get anything out of it. They've been so good at avoiding Nesh this whole time, though. He had no opportunity to do it when they were playing the defense. He was playing from this exact same position. They were just able to avoid him the entire time.
Yeah, it's still a good pressure. Like, the position of Nesh is very good still. You can just stay there and, you see, get some free pick, because they have to contest the point. At the time they contest the point, the sniper is free picking.
And you're able to deny the position. Oh, that's a nice shot as well, straight onto Adam. He's been able to pick up a number of targets there. Really, as you say, applying a lot of pressure, making them leave the sight line, and then they have to come down at some point to try and defend the point.
The big mistake of Cloud9 is, like, they let the snipers so free on a main. They just sit on a point for them to drop on a point and get some free pick. So you don't have another choice to deal aggressively with the sniper before you contest the point.
Can we get
That was a
some?
mistake.
Can we get some first-person perspective of Roolf? Because I want to show Unko how to properly play as Zenyatta here. He needs to learn. Maybe we can get some of that a little bit later on. Now we get Shaz. Shaz is good enough as well.
Unko's
So
just going to
this is how
play.
you play.
He's going to play
Zenyatta.
Tracer for the rest of the
You right
tournament.
click.
I'm killing everyone. I'm killing everyone.
Killing everyone.
I don't have the time.
All right. Well, we're going to see xepheR Esports look to push in here. They don't have any ultimates, so I would say maybe a dry run, but the thing is, no one has ultimates, so you don't really have any dry run to pull off. But with xepheR and Roolf already picking up initial kills, it looks like Cloud9 will hold.
They look
xepheR
like they-
are going to reset.
They look like they didn't have a plan there as well. They didn't have any ults up, and I think they didn't really have a game plan to go in or anything. And they just strayed a little bit through the choke, fed
Yeah.
2 of their players in, and now they're allowing Surefour to build up ultimate as well because they're running a Sombra on the defense.
It was a big mistake actually. They didn't play aggressively, they just spam, so they just build a Surefour ultimate. They should have just go deep aggressive and try to pick Roolf before he gets his ultimate or before they build the Sombra ultimate. So now they're really in trouble for the next push. I don't think we're gonna get it.
How do you play around this Sombra when it's on the defense of Anubis? They get it up in almost every fight. It's incredibly quick to charge. It's really powerful as well. What kind of game plan do you have on the attack?
The only game plan is like you force the Sombra ultimate on the first fight, like a trash fight, and then you don't spam the enemy. You don't touch them. You don't build any ultimate. And then you go in straight forward aggressively and try to get the first pick you get. And
Wow. He uses the ulti onto Shaz.
So actually, if they're doing some damage and they kill, like we'll see what they're doing, but they're gonna build the Surefour ultimate so fast after that
Nox
fight.
is trying to speak English. I repeat, Nox is trying to speak English.
Doing an admirable job.
Yeah.
The fact that they were able to force the ultimates there out of 3 players from Cloud9, this is surely their opportunity.
Yeah, actually this is an opportunity for xepheR to do something.
Yeah.
They use 3 ultimates, Surefour, Gods on Roolf. So yeah, but look at Surefour ultimate going up because they're spamming. They shouldn't spam him.
So just go in, no poke at all,
Yeah,
no damage onto the
you
tanks
almost
or
get
anything.
it.
I mean, they don't even need any other ultimates, so why?
They're waiting
Might
so
have been.
long as well. Surefour already up to 71%. They had a window of opportunity.
They're losing time, an opportunity.
yeah.
Again, this is a mistake.
They're waiting for the sound barrier, perhaps. tomzeY now has it up. They're going to engage with it. That was what they were waiting for, but Surefour already at 79%. Fischer's getting a couple of kills. If they can demake xepheR as well, that's going to be incredibly powerful for them. Self-destruct up top. They all managed to dodge it. Surefour's now got it live, but even if they use the EMP here, they don't really have the damage to be able to use it. It's still a powerful ultimate, though, and here it comes out. See if they manage to pick anybody. Pick onto Shaz in particular would be super useful right about now, and KAISER delivers that one.
This is a big play for KAISER. He got the good pick there. They win the fight. They couldn't cap the point for sure.
You need to have such a clean engagement if you're attacking on Temple of Anubis.
Why are you
It's
laughing?
Unko laughing, bro. No!
Why are you laughing?
Come on. Don't make so much noise, please.
Oh, come on.
That's so lowdy, man. We
I try
can't
to be
come in the game
serious.
here.
You here or
You know what? I'm
Jason's
getting my
laughing?
dad, Jeff Kaplan, to ban you guys, okay? My
Is that your dad?
Jeff Kaplan.
Hey, daddy.
Anyways, God's getting slept. I don't really think they have the opportunity to capitalize off that, though. We did see the hook coming out of Snizzlenose. So now, let's look at the Roadhog. What's your thoughts on switching up to a Roadhog here to close out the second point?
Enemy in my sight.
I don't understand that big. Maybe they wanna play slowly, but that makes no sense with a Tracer and a Genji. I don't know. I don't
Cloud9
see
have
the
made
Roadhog doing anything there.
Cloud9
Maybe
have
they
made
wanna
swaps of their own as well. They've gone for a Reinhardt comp now instead of a Winston.
Yeah, it's right pick. Maybe not. I think the Winston's still better because of the Genji.
EMP up top as well for Surefour. Decides not to engage it quite there. Won't have his translocator up just yet, but he's going to be able to get them in the catacombs potentially. Gonna buy a little bit of time there. Gonna be in ultimate EMP used. Now they're going to collapse on them in this catacombs area. Out comes Gods with his Dragon Blade, and this is another cleanup. What can they do against that?
I think it's a bit of misplay for Cloud9. They're using too much ultimate. They're using Surefour, Roolf, and Gods. I think 2 ultimates is enough when you have the
Yeah, but
Sombra
also,
ultimates.
you
So
know that some ultimates can charge really fast, so... I mean, for next fights, they will probably have some ultimates as well.
teaching Nox, just basic
What's he saying?
He's saying, you know, that ultimates can charge really fast.
Oh, good thing to know. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Only 2 minutes left for Hammers. This is the window of opportunity, though, for them.
I mean, you
Again,
thought you
they've
would've
managed to
learned
set
against
this up.
Lucha Kai.
Nano Blade in.
Oh, I'm sorry, sideshow. Yeah, we see the nano blade coming out of Fischer. Picks up quite a few kills here, and actually they almost get a full clean wipe onto the point, but will they even get a third of this? That's the real question, as you do see Snizzlenose on the hog, able to at least pick up kills if they trickle in one by one. They don't get the third yet.
They're managing to find the picks, though. If they can apply a lot of pressure onto people, kill Adam and KAISER before they get in a position to use their ultimates. Look at that Graviton, though, 98%. All of the ultimates coming online here for Cloud9. They need to get the kills really quickly.
Guys on Surge be coming through. Transcendence as well, trying to keep him healthy. Shaz,
Wow.
not gonna survive off that. That's a triple kill to Gods here. And that's gonna allow Cloud9 to live another day. 1 minute and 15 remain. HamMer Esports have had, what, 5-6 minutes of time to capture the second point?
The triple was 5.
I'm doing the same
You
like
got
with
triple the
Zenyatta.
pulse bomb.
Pentakill.
Pentakill.
You got a triple with the pulse bomb.
He did. That's
You know, like
correct.
Eska did to you guys many times? I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, they've used a lot of ultimates there to stay in control of it. Surefour, though, again with an EMP.
Yeah, I get it so fast.
It's a fast charge.
I think they're gonna use the combo KAISER Surefour, pretty sure. If we don't propel it, we should get a free fight then.
Yeah, EMP means that the shield is dropped. Any ability to block that shatter completely taken apart. There it comes. 2 players drop down. Instant kill onto tomzeY. Fischer dies as well. It's like hammers are beating their head against a brick wall.
Oh, did he hit that? He hit the charge! Shaz being taken on a wild run. 20 seconds left to go here, HamMer. They'll have another chance. They have some ultimates coming up online, yes. The problem is they're going to be at that situation where they have to touch the point, and the person that's going to have to do it, I would imagine, is going to be ChrisTFer. Probably trying to pop from to get there, or do they have Nesh in position?
No, they don't. He's miles
They don't
away
have
from the
Nesh.
point. So ChrisTFer has to get in here.
What are they doing?
Oh, it's going to be Fischer. He's going to be able to charge in.
Yeah,
They do get the point. They get the congestion. The blade going to be coming out. Can he pick up this kill onto Roolf? He does secure at least one. The EMP's not ready. There's actually no ultimates up for Cloud9, and now the kills are coming through. And in overtime, it takes a lot longer to respawn back in.
And the respawn time is definitely there. Sound barrier coming out as well, though, for the attackers. They're managing to get a huge amount of damage onto Cloud9. Players are falling left, right, and center. Only their supports and the Sombra left alive. Dies on 94% as well. What more can they do? This could be the final attempt for Hammers being the successful one. Adams attempted to delay for as long as he can. Bought enough time for a couple of the guys to get back into it.
They have EMP. They have Pulse Bomb. If they just get one kill off this, that's going to be a win that go down as ChrisTFer. They have the EMP to follow up. xepheR did not even die off the back of that. EMP goes down. Cloud9, you only have a couple of people alive, and Surefour is one of the few men remaining. But Adam should be able to trickle in to buy a little bit of time. Gods has his blade ready to go, but can he even get here quick enough?
Fischer with the nano boost as well is going to seal it out, and eventually Hammers managed to get it into the overtime. Probably partially helped by the overtime change in spawns as well, right? It's different to any other time in the map.
Yeah, and it's also because they get 3 ultimates against 0 ultimate. They were almost all at 30%, 20%. Like every player of Cloud9 were at 20% ultimate when they get 3 ultimates, so they directly win the fight.
You can see we've got a full couch here. Jason, who knows what, maybe replying to Twitch chat.
No, you don't want to know what I'm looking up.
No
Uncle knows
idea.
exactly what I'm talking about,
But
but I won't be able to find a picture of it.
in terms of how
what
this
I'm
map
talking
now
about.
plays out, though, because Hammers managed to cap only in the overtime and Cloud9 capped on 1 minute 7, that 7 seconds is huge for them. That means that they get an attempt at pushing here, and Hammers do not. They only have to get a single tick. Hammers looking like they're going for a more tanky composition to keep Snizzlenose on the point because they have to respond to it so quickly. At 33% and it's over. Nesh as
I
well.
don't know how I feel in this situation. Like, obviously, Cloud9 have a chance to win the map with getting that third, but only having a minute to do it, you get, what, 2 attacks max?
Who do you
2
think
attack max.
Who's in the better position here then?
I think Cloud9. It's really hard to dead that first point. So if Cloud9 get 2 fast attack, they could get it with ultimate.
They have to go in quickly, going for their 2-2-2 composition. Looks like Gods was thinking about moving over to the Widowmaker. A single pick would have been good. Probably didn't want to go for it because he thought Nesh might. But Nesh has been over on the Tracer instead. Shaz as well. If they manage to fend off the first attack, they're probably going to have an EMP for the second. So, Shaz with a pick immediately onto Roolf as well. That is not a good start for Cloud9.
No, it's a big pick, actually. They cannot push. So they have to go back, and they will have almost 1 fight.
Yeah, just a single fight. And
Yeah.
Shaz already at 50% ultimate. If he gets off any more damage, he's trying for it now as well. Didn't really get too much there. His tracking not quite on point, but he's up to 70, 75. I mean, he's almost going to have it for this next fight.
Yeah. You see, it's really balanced.
Either way, I mean, we're just going to see him use it flawlessly here. Gaza picks up kill at tomzeY. That's one support already now gone. Actually, that's their only support now gone. Shaz still doesn't have the EMP available with 20 seconds to go here. Cloud9 are going to get the point. They're starting to get the capture on here. We need to see Hammer contest this one, but they have no tanks alive, and that's going to be it. Cloud9 with no contestation on point.
That was
going to take the second map.
That came out of nowhere. They just burst in.
Like a bad poke damage. Only the Zen can poke. So if they're playing well, Gods and Surefour will do like better poke on the tank, and they can lose this fight because of that.
They'll have to rely on the healing coming out from these health packs as well to avoid taking a huge amount of damage. Snizzlenose already taking a huge amount of poke damage. Fischer's fallen. That's not a good pick. And Sombra falling instantly is going to deny them so much ability to generate EMPs and get this fight in their favor.
Yeah. Actually, it's going on a Cloud9 favor so far, as I said, and they getting big. Fischer getting big in first, so. And they don't have enough damage. They have to dive in. They have to kill our Roolf directly. If they don't kill Roolf at the beginning of a fight, they will not get any fights.
So
maybe
is
having
trying to speak
Snizzle on
English again. I repeat, Nox is trying to speak English.
At least it tries, man.
Maybe with Snizzle on the DPS instead, they would have had a little more success there, perhaps. They're going to recontest this one as well, though. Fischer on 90%.
All right, well, Nesh is going to be missing that post bow, unfortunately, but still be looking to play from that high ground spot. Fischer going to be actually caught out by KAISER there, being forced to back away, but now he has the MP ready to go, so it looks like they've been able to stabilize this one in the meantime. tomzeY is still going to go down in the midst of that, though. And actually, Roolf using the Transcendence there, I was a little bit questionable by him, to be honest, but do they even have enough people here to make this fight work?
Well, they got the EMP to come back in with here as well from Hammers. And they're finding individual picks, maybe an overextension from Cloud9, trying to commit into a fight that was kind of already lost. There's the EMP goes in as well. That should lead them to a couple of picks, and it does from a single play, a single pulse bomb. Both of the tanks down, plus Gods. And Hammers kind of reset themselves. They used 2 ultimates to be able to do that, but Cloud9 used a big one of their own. Transcendences.
They use Zen, they use Surefour ultimates. I think it was a mistake. They were not in position to use that buff ultimates. And almost God used his ultimate, so it could be a waste also. Actually, Cloud9 can get the next fight with the Lucio ultimate and God's ultimate. They don't have any support ultimate. Now they have the Lucio ultimate, so depends of the God's performance on the next fight.
See if tomzeY can pop it off, help the rest of his team as Gods comes in as well. They've been so good at being able to bait out those support ultimates from them, but tomzeY's launched at the beginning, not quite sure where Gods is or what he's up to. Swinging that Dragon Blade up top, it seems, didn't really get that much value off it, especially since Adam popped out his sound barrier at the exact same time, so it's not even like they got a favorable advantage in the support ult situation. Hammer's been able to hold on so far.
EMP going to be coming down to Fischer yet again here. Nesh gets the kill onto Surefour in the mean. Oh, this one going down, and Fischer's eventually going to fall, but he doesn't get the kill on KAISER in the meantime.
They trade. Just kill each other.
Or they kill each other.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't
possible?
know. Yeah, I mean, I don't actually know how they kill each other there.
It's very weird.
There must be some delay with how they're doing, like how each thing is processed.
Are you surprised by actually Hammer being able to hold on here, still using the Sombra?
I'm not very surprised because this is like they're not playing around the right side or the top. They're all playing on, stacked on a payload, so easy to get a good ultimate with the Sombra. That's why they win the last fight.
Well, 20 seconds left to go here for Cloud9 to even capture this first point. You can see Surefour at the pulse bomb looking for an opportunity to make this one work, and the Discord Orb is going to at least spot out where Fischer was. And Nesh is actually going to be able to turn around. He gets the kill to Surefour as he was trying to track down onto Fischer, and now EMP is almost ready to go. There's 10 seconds remaining. Fischer EMP is going to pop that one off, and they're still picking up kills. He gets himself a double kill so far. And Snizzlenose is going to help close this one out. Do not tell me Hammer is going to hold them at first point here. Cloud9 have fallen.
This is ridiculous play from Hammers. They've still got the sound barrier in their pocket if they wanted to use it as well. Overtime ticking down. They won't even need it. Just picking off individual players. Surefour there that came off.
Wow.
That pick from Nesh at the beginning.
Big
to get
performance.
it.
Yeah.
To trade the kill immediately onto Surefour.
Wait,
lock him out of the entire
Keep in
fight.
mind, if Hammers win this, Misfits have to 4-0 Riders for a tie.
Yeah.
If I'm not
Something
mistaken.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
No, 3-1, surely.
It's a
3-1 or
3-1 now, I
4-4.
think. It's a 3-1 now. Okay, so it's a 3-1 now to be a minimum of third place or maximum of third place, and it's a 4-0 now to be a maximum of third place to not get knocked out. I don't know. We have to see the groups in a second. Maybe they're actually being updated right now or are updated. so we can show you at home what's going on. But Misfits honestly are on the brink of being, don't wink at me, knocked out of the groups.
Yeah, bit of bromance. Yeah, that's crazy though.
Yeah,
I
it's really crazy to hold that first point with that comp. It's kind of a weakness move. But I think the mistake of Cloud9 was the God ultimate. He didn't get anything on that ultimate. Also, they didn't shut down Shaz most of the time. He's still alive. So, yeah, the aggression of Cloud9 was not very good.
They also could have used God's ultimate just to force the pop out of tomzeY and make sure his sound barrier is used, and then reinitiate with Adam afterwards. And they just chose to use both ults at the exact same time. Like, they weren't keeping track of tomzeY's ult, it seemed. They just wanted to go in for the wipe, but when both sound barriers are up, Gods isn't going to be able to do anything with the Dragon Blade.
I think it's still okay. You can use the both, but Gods have to deal more damage than opponents deal. If your Genji have the Lucio ultimate, you can still do a lot of damage and survive and do the difference with the damage.
Just because you have way more survivability, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah,
on
but
the
then you
Genji.
reflect or like just slash and do most of the damage. I think he could have killed still the Zen or maybe the Lucio, just the Lucio.
Yeah, he just got stuck up top on
Yeah.
the top of Big Earls, and now Hammer's in really a winnable condition here for this map. And that would put the series at 2-2, which is crazy for them. That would be the best performance Hammers has had so far. They managed to get a great performance over Misfits as well. But Cloud9 is a step above, it would seem, at this LAN at the very least. Nesh as well, starting it off on Widowmaker, seeing if he can get an early pick. Nobody was around, so he's moved off to Tracer. Switching up the composition, wholesale actually. Hammer's going back, switching everything up. They've got a triple tank here with no Roadhog, and they're going with the Zen.
It's interesting. We're all switching the comp to play around the payload really slowly. You see this is composition with Zarya and D.Va. And the Zen is really great comp, actually. But they're gonna take it really slowly around the payload and force Cloud9 to drop on the payload to contest it.
Loads of charge been built up there by xepheR, I think. When do Cloud9 choose to drop down? They have to initiate at some point. They can't just allow this free push on the payload forever. They need to be able to win fights here. Huge amount of time for them to hold as well. 3 minutes, such a hard task for C9.
It's only
Payload's
one
still
fight.
moving. It's still moving. It's going to be contested here, but you also have Fischer with no actual energy built up. They still have a hell of a lot of time, though. 3 minutes to work with here. Now, ChrisTFer should be able to give energy over to Fischer, who's about 50% on his ultimate. tomzeY getting really close to a sound barrier. And you can see them all grouped up behind this shield, trying to use this protection. But KAISER's already getting very low on HPs, but forced back here. And the payload is still moving. 4 minutes left to go. Cloud9, you have to contest this, son. Finally, it's going to come in. The Transcendence can be used to pop off to at least keep them alive. But there's finally a sound barrier out of Adam.
They've got the ultimates to use as well. Nano Boost actually popped out at the same time. KAISER uses his Earth Shatter. There's a huge one from ChrisTFer. That is nasty. Gonna completely clear the way. Hammers haven't lost a single player. The Graviton just sucks them all in as they cross the line. And it's Hammers that take Route 66. A 2-2 in the series against C9 was more than anyone was expecting from this bunch of Europeans, but they've done it. What a performance.
Yeah, unbelievable. I didn't expect Hammers to do a